He is fighting out of the red corner, entering the ring wearing green trunks with black trim, hailing from and proudly representing Alto, Puerto Rico. He weighed in at the limit of 154 pounds even. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with 38 wins, no losses, 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight he is making his 19th appearance in a world title bout. Here is the explosive two-time world champion, the current undefeated WBA super welterweight champion of the world, introducing Felix Trinidad. Trunks with red and green trim. He proudly represents his hometown of Oxnard, California. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 154 pounds. He also is undefeated at 20 wins, no losses, with 18 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making the 6th defense of his title. Please welcome the hard-hitting, undefeated IBF junior middleweight champion of the world, introducing ferocious Fernando Vargas.
First of all, I'm not afraid of you. Then you got to back it up, though.
Big left hook by Trinidad, and Vargas is stunned. Vargas is stunned and down.
And you know how stunned he is? Because he didn't take the full count. He got up too quickly.
That's what I said.
Sensational left hook.
Trinidad can't go to the well. He's not playing around now.
Second knockdown for Trinidad. He's the one who said it would be a quick, dominant knockout performance. This is not what any expert expected.
Okay.
But this is what Felix said he'd do. No 3 knockdown rule in effect. Vargas attempts to grab and hold, then backs away again. Manages to duck a couple of punches. Seemingly all the talk about how Trinidad goes down early, and suddenly Vargas is down twice in the first minute and a half of the fight.
His finisher in his weight class, he didn't finish Vargas off, and I don't know why.
Round one, but what a perilous round one it was for the young star from Oxnard, Felix Trinidad. Larry, a look at the knockdowns.
Stunned early in the fight. He has never been down as a professional prize fighter. Never been in the ring with somebody as deadly and quick as Trinidad. And Trinidad did everything he could to finish it right then and there. Give Vargas credit for showing some stability and maturity.
Minute of round one, caught Trinidad.
That's experience, that's bobbing, that's weaving.
Trinidad looking quicker, stronger, and better. Well, they told us for years that he's having so much
back to the head. He's actually boxing Vargas. That for Vargas to get his balance back.
Another left hand land flush for Trinidad, and Vargas is stunned again. Vargas having trouble handling Trinidad's power.
But he naturally gets out of the way of those punches. How he does it, you don't know.
Right, Trinidad lands upstairs.
Trinidad's got power, and you don't want to be in exchange with a guy with that kind of power. And that's what Vargas is doing, making a mistake of
outside because of the quickness of Trinidad. So he has
runner is that he's sprinting too early. Trinidad. They've seen Trinidad try to sprint early like this.
Trinidad holding on to Vargas' right arm as Vargas whacked away with the left. Here's another look, Larry, at the jab by Trinidad that seemed to wobble Vargas.
Well, he called him a baby, and so far he's done everything except diaper and powder him. But late in...
On your mark, get set. You don't want to be in front of a guy like that.
The zone. Trinidad with a long right hand that wobbles.
On the ball of his right foot like that, he's ready to take off on you and go.
Some of us really expected,
but he's doing as much. He's got Trinidad boxing.
And there's
Vargas is going to have to throw that right hand before he hooks Trinidad, because you don't...
Not yet elusive. He's in front of Trinidad, and he's been taking too many punches.
Oh, good right hand by Vargas. Right on the chin.
Perfect shot.
But he's standing still again with a guy on the ball of his right. You want to throw your right hand before you throw your left.
Wrong with Trinidad's right eye.
And now Vargas sees a chance, and bangs away with the left while Trinidad holds on to his right. Hard right hand by Trinidad.
Into the right eye of Trinidad. Apparently he's clear now.
To 19 out of 29 for Trinidad in round number 3. Harold, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Okay, Trinidad, you got to give him 2 extra points. And down goes Tito on a big left hook.
Well, Harold, whatever the score of the fight was before, it just changed.
Here comes Trinidad to try to follow up. Check it, Vargas to try to follow up.
Well, Vargas has said that if he got...
Fernando's ready to fight again. So here they come. Round 4 continues. Big left to the body by Trinidad. Vargas was reaching for an uppercut.
Vargas' corner told him to go with the uppercut, but you just can't. He's got to jab and make Trinidad bend down and then throw the uppercut. You got to make him go down. Don't just throw the uppercut while he's in the heights.
2 big left hooks in the first round. Vargas retaliated here with a left hook of his own. There's a straight right hand for Fernando. Felix backing straight up. Takes another left hook. This looks a little bit more like what he was able to do against Cuarte.
Well, he's made Trinidad now stop and think for a second. And when you do that, that's what Trinidad is trying to do, outbox the champ now.
No longer does Vargas wobble every time Trinidad hits him upstage. Here's the knockdown, Larry.
Here's the left hand that knocked Tito down. And from what I've seen in the corner, they're telling Tito that his eye looks okay, but it doesn't look okay. It looks bloodshot.
So coming into the 5th round, the younger fighter has, for the moment, taken over the action.
And now Vargas is starting.
When he was totally stunned by the 2 vicious left hooks that left,
you can get him because he's not ready to punch you back.
Left hook to the body by Vargas, close to the belt line.
At this time, Trinidad should be. Once you establish that you can hit a man with a body punch, you're good.
Now Vargas starts to get his jab going, and double left hook.
And he seems to be in control now of the situation right here.
Vargas should take advantage of it and attack. These are the things that your corner has to look at.
And there's the upper.
That throws Trinidad off because he knows then he may get hit.
2 more quick lefts by Vargas. Trinidad still can't find him. Vargas much more effective at range right now.
Have seen him be tough and mature both so far.
And now for the first time on our Harold Letterman scorecard, Vargas moves a thumb in the 3rd round.
Oh, I don't know if it was a thumb because there are no thumbs on these gloves, Jim, but it was a glove. The edge.
Sure, that's what Fernando would prefer.
Well, let him say it. We can't do it.
Okay.
He's an American.
He certainly fought on the American Olympic team. Stars and stripes all the way. And he was born and raised in Oxnard, California.
There you are.
Almost as though he heard you in the last round, begins to go back to his
that right eye.
Vargas is looking to work on that eye, and he should be. Young fighters don't like to clinch. Vargas is doing it.
It almost looked as if a big right hand by Trinidad hit Vargas in the neck and destabilized him momentarily.
And 2 more left hooks by Trinidad landed there and backed Vargas into the corner. Trinidad making a comeback now in round 6 after having been thoroughly dominated in 3, 4, and 5. And Vargas, who was moving away early in the round, elects to trade with Trinidad and gets the better of him for the moment. Round 6, CompuBox numbers: Trinidad 27 out of 52, Vargas 25 out of 59. More fireworks to begin the 7th. Quickly, Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim, amazing. 55-55, 3 rounds apiece. Tito, Trinidad, definitely.
Vargas had better box out of him for 2 rounds. If he can only just box for a couple of rounds, just box.
Offered this piece of advice to Vargas. He said Trinidad will do anything to win the fight. Felix Trinidad.
He chops with that right hand as though it's a hammer. Doesn't just throw it out there as a straight right hand. He throws it out there and then chops with it. Trinidad's got the best right hand on the scene now. Vargas better keep boxing and keep something in front of Trinidad. Don't let him just follow you around. Jab him, jab him. He's caught the rhythm of Trinidad now. He's going to expect him to bob and weave and throw something back himself now, Vargas.
looking for a left hook.
Little short. Wait to get a shot. You got to get out first.
Trinidad reaching just a little with the jab. Vargas steps in, overshoots with a right hand. Trinidad with a left to the body. Those body punches pile up over the course of the fight for Felix.
Won the round, but lost the point down a low. I hate like heck to see a fight won or lost because of nonsense point deductions. You don't take a guy to a corner, talk to him for 5 minutes, and deduct the point. That's a joke. If you're going to deduct the blow, and that's all there is to it.
A Letterman memo to Jay Nady.
Again, and Vargas stands right in front of him. Once you see him get that foot planted, you got to get away.
Issue and make his punch hands fight. It was promised as a macho battle, and it's been
good left to the body by Vargas. A left hook to the body that made Trinidad stop for a second. He knows it hurt him too.
Excellent.
There it is again. That right side hurt from that left hook.
And there's another one.
But let me tell you, I didn't see anything low.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a low blow. He sensed, as you said, George, that for the moment Trinidad was hurting the body and he went after it.
He hit him again in the same spot, right above the side now, I'm telling you.
Folks,
that's low. That was low.
10 seconds left in the round now. They come down the stretch of the round, and Vargas momentarily hurt.
Because he stops and thinks for a second, and whenever he stops, Trinidad takes a look at Trinidad too much. Trinidad picks up that right foot, and he comes right down the middle with that right hand.
Big left.
His corner told him to bob and weave a little bit. Trinidad was a little tall. He can't bend in the waist as easy as Vargas.
A job in Felix Trinidad's corner, keeping that right eye open.
His corner's always done well with the swelling. He hasn't blown. He's getting really brave now, throwing uppercuts. You want to make sure you throw uppercut, you're in the middle of the ring.
A right hand from distance momentarily wobbles Vargas. Another combination by Trinidad. Vargas grabs and holds. Championship rounds traditionally have belonged to Felix Trinidad. He's hammering Vargas here.
By Trinidad.
Another left to the body by Vargas. And that backs Trinidad up momentarily.
That's what you want, Trinidad. You want to back him away. Make him back up. Make him back up.
And another left to the body by Vargas. He stops Trinidad's momentum by raking Trinidad to the ribs.
Right here, it's toughness of Vargas against the skill and punching power.
He want to mix it up, Vargas does.
Trinidad.
He's smiling. He's like, I'm going to keep it up.
This is the strength of both fighters going at each other.
I'm not going to back away. I'm not the kind of fighter who'll run. I'll stand with him. I'll trade with him. I'll stay with him all the way. That's what Vargas does as he comes down the stretch. Take it easy.
Vargas took some heavy shots there, and he spent a lot of himself, I felt, in recovering. The question now is, how much...
Tito Trinidad. Jim, I got to tell you, most referees will disqualify you after they take away 3 points. I don't think Nady will do it in this fight. I think he's ahead 2 points with 3 rounds to go.
Harold, both rounds were very... I think Harold has done a good job this time. It's hard to take your emotion out and score a fight like this. He's done a good...
As a result of the right-hand punishment he took in the last round. So now it's Trinidad's right eye that's swelling. Vargas's left eye. And they stand and trade again. Trinidad with bigger power when they go face-to-face.
Trinidad has been in this position
over Oscar De La Hoya right here.
Shots.
One of the judges for this fight, Glenn Hamada, was also a judge for Trinidad De La Hoya, and he had that fight 114-114. You're looking at another extremely close thing. Vargas is throwing low punches too. And Dr. Elias Ghanem, when King was leaning over Carano and Ghanem to try to make his point. Mark Ratner, the executive director of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, was 2 seats away. Meanwhile, they're still busting each other face to face in the ring. Because that was a big round for Trinidad numerically, and should be ahead on the scorecards now. That's my take.
Tonight.
Now, Trinidad has definitely had the edge in power. Things in there. But the one thing he does with passion, commitment, pride, and absolute determination all the time. Try to match my will. That's what you're hard to do. Vargas has a ton of heart.
Just remember, guys, this fight was almost over in the first minute. And here we are with a minute to go in the 11th round.
That's all you need to know about Vargas's heart. In case you missed the beginning, Vargas was down twice in the first minute and a half of the bout, but survived.
Now get out of the way. He should be doing now.
Good left hook inside by Vargas. Vargas with a momentary flash of offense.
There you go, Vargas. He's beating him to the punch and he's rattling him. He's got his heart.
Trinidad has been outlanding Vargas most of the time. Harold Letterman, how do you have it go into the final
Okay,
round?
Jim, I at 100, Felix Tito Trinidad. Jim, there's no question, out of the last 4 rounds, Tito Trinidad is at least 3.
Down goes Vargas on a big left hook. And up he gets in 2 seconds. And now it's abundantly clear. Fernando Vargas must score a knockout or he's lost this fight. Down goes Fernando again.
3, 4, 5,
He's seriously hurt.
6,
He doesn't
7,
have his wits about him.
8, you sure?
He is reacting simply from instinct and courage.
He's out of it. He can't see
He's
Trinidad.
about to get knocked out. Barring a miracle here, it's going to be a closing knockout for Tito. Fernando trying to survive. Fires a couple of punches. And holds on like a skilled veteran.
He's a veteran.
And that'll do it. The third right hand, the third knockdown of the round. A huge victory for Tito Trinidad.
He closes this.
Take a look at the 3 knockdowns in the 12th round with which Trinidad finished Vargas and finished the fight. Knockdown number 1. Another brilliant left hook. Typical of so many that Trinidad had landed throughout the fight. Typical of the left hooks with which he began all this in creating 2 knockdowns back in round number 1. A third look at another perfect left-hand shot on the button by Felix Trinidad. And then seconds later, the second knockdown, and the one that made it clear that Vargas would need a near miracle just to finish the fight. Another clean shot with the left hook for Trinidad. And then finally, the third knockdown, almost an anticlimax at that point, as a wobbly Vargas simply could not muster the skill and the will to stay afoot against Trinidad's assault. And a merciful Jay Nady not bothering to count, but rather stepping in to end the onslaught and spare the brilliant young talent any further punishment at the hands of the devastating Trinidad. 39th win of Felix Trinidad's career. Let's go.
1 minute 33 seconds in round number 12. He's the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. And now the WBA and IBF 154-pound world champion, Felix